Good morning, friends, dear masters, and dear gods. A warm welcome on this dawn, very beautiful dawn. And first of all, let me offer my gratitude to the meditation magic to give me this opportunity to share my thoughts about what I'm going to talk today. Whoever put this name to this program, Elevate, let me congratulate them. Elevate is a very beautiful word. We have to elevate spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to be a better human being from a normal human being. What do we have to elevate? We have to elevate from ill-being level to the well-being level. So we have to elevate from what we are at this time to the level of where we have to be in due time. We have to elevate from the level how we live now to the level how we have to live. From the level of how we live to the level of how to live. For that, what is the tool that we use to elevate from the level of how we normally live to the level of how to live? The instrument or the tool that we use is the conscious living. And it is also named as 40 days of conscious living. And I am glad today that I am at 111th day of that Elevate program of continuous conscious living. With that introduction, I would like to jump into my topic, how we live to how to live. A detailed analysis of conscious living. I would like to start my talk with a small story. Please be cautious while listening this story. There are some questions at the end of the story I want you to answer. A newly married couple started their honeymoon journey in a 9-door ultra-modern car. The car has a 9 doors specially made for these people. Wife and husband, 9-door car. The wife is sitting, newly married wife is sitting in the passenger seat. The husband is sitting in the driver's seat. They have started their jolly ride. Very, very high speed they are going. Instead of enjoying the wife who is present right next to him, a beautiful wife, he started going to think about past, how they met in the past, how they got introduced to each other, how their dating days went away, how their parents did not agree for their wedding. How did they convince? And finally, how did the marriage go? How many guests came? How the guests congratulated them? And all these things, he was thinking about the past that happened till they started the journey of their honeymoon in this 9-door car. As he was thinking about the past, suddenly a big truck came right in front of them, ahead to them, facing towards them. There was a big creak of voice. Then he somehow escaped the car from being hit by the big truck. He missed the accident by flash of second. The wife told, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, sorry, I was thinking about how we came to this up to this stage. Come on, concentrate on the road. Please concentrate on your driving." "Sorry, honey, I did a mistake. I will concentrate now." Again, for a minute, again, he put his mind on the road and he was driving. Now, gradually his thoughts went into the future. How we are going to make this wedding successful. After returning from honeymoon, we are working at 2 different places. We have to transfer each other to come to a one place to live. Afterwards, what kind of house we need to buy, and how many children we will have, and how we will be our newly wedding. Where will we celebrate our newly wedding anniversary after 1 year? He started thinking about the future, and gradually he went into the future and thinking about what is going to happen about the future. This time, again a big truck came and actually hit the car from the front, head to head on collision. The husband died right there. The 9-door car was completely burnt out in an accident. The bride, unhurt, without any injury, opened the door with no feelings on her face, came out of the car, and waiting on the road for another vehicle to come and to enter into that vehicle, and she is prepared to go where she has to go. This is the story. Now the question is, in our spirituality, who does that bride represent? Who does that husband represent? Who does that car represent? Who does that road represent? But this is the time to ask you a questions to answer these questions, but due to the lack of time, I will only answer those questions. The 9-door car represent the human body. Why 9 doors? The human body have 9 openings. 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 6, mouth, 7, 1 urinary excretory organ, 1 urinary excretory organ, total 9 doors. That car represents a 9-door body. In that car, there are 2 people are staying. One is the soul and one is the mind. Mind is the driver, the husband, and soul is the girl, that is, she is sitting on the passenger car as a witness, does not do anything driving. It is the mind, that husband, that driving. We always have the habit of thinking of the past and the future, but not the present. That's what we always do. The same way this mind, this husband also was driving. That because of such thinking, he met with an accident and his body, the 9-door car, burned as the body is burned. Then a mind is dead, the mind is no more. But the soul remained. Soul does not have a death. Soul cannot be hurt. And the soul just got out of the car and looking for another body to enter, another car to enter, and to continue its journey. This is the brief explanation of the story. And road is the life. How we lead our life, body on the road of the life. This story does not belong to the only this couple. Every one of us, when we lead our life, spend most of our time, more than 90% of our time, thinking about the past or thinking about the future, ignoring the present of what we are doing. When we go for a walk, instead of watching out the nature and the walking, we put the headphones or we talk to our friends when we walk to kill the time. Or when we do the treadmill, instead of enjoying the treadmills and the walk, we put the headphones to forget the talk. Like that, when we do the meditation, when we sit for the meditation where we have to think about the present thoughts, our mind goes all over about the past and the present. So we always be thinking about the past or the present. Ignore a past or the future, ignoring the present moment. This is how we live. The question is, why can't we live the way we live? This is how we live. That's what my heading is, how we live. In next 15-20 minutes, I will be talking how to live. So what's the wrong in living like this? Why can't we just live thinking about the past and thinking about the future, ignoring the present? What's the wrong? I can live. I want to live like that. So am I doing something wrong? We are all doing something wrong. We are habituated to think like that. I will explain you now whether to think like that, ignoring the present and thinking about the past and the future, is it the right or wrong? I will explain. Then we can decide how we should think. In spirituality, we need to explain about three things. Number one is called untruth or false. In Sanskrit, it is called as asat or asatya. And the second one, we talk about myth or mithya. And third one, we talk about truth or satya. The three things, if we analyze these three words, we will understand about our thinking. Asat or untruth or false means something that does not exist at all. But still we think about that does not exist at all. The very beautiful example of that asat is a rabbit horn. Rabbit does not have a horn. A rabbit horn. If somebody thinks about a rabbit horn, that means he is thinking about something which does not exist at all. And another example, the example of is mithya, myth. The definition of myth or mithya is it appears as if it is existing. Please follow me very carefully. This is a little bit tougher one. It appears as if it is existing, but really it does not exist. That is called mithya, myth. It appears as if it is existing, but it does not exist. Example is image inside the mirror. It appears as if we are standing in front of the mirror, but it is not. There is nobody standing inside the mirror. A mirage, a Annamavi in Telugu, mirage, for which the camel in the desert runs softer to fetch the water where there is no water. That is called as mithya, myth. The third one is called as satya, that is truth. That means it always exists. It was present yesterday, it is ready right now, and it will be present in future also. The beautiful example of that is the akasam, the space. It was there in the past. It is there right now. It will be there in the future. That example of that is the space. So after learning these three, asat, sat, and myth, truth, untruth, and the myth, we will apply about this thought process now. Let us think about future. To which of these three the thinking about the future belongs? Does the future exist now? No. Future does not, tomorrow, today evening does not exist now. Today afternoon does not exist now. At 10 a.m. time, today, 10 a.m. does not exist now. Next month does not exist now. Next year does not exist now. Next year does not exist now. But we always thinking about the future. That means we are thinking about something which does not exist at this time. So our thinking is false if we think about the future. Now, let us thinking about the past. We are worrying about the past. The past does exist. Yes, it appears as if it is existing in the form of memory, in the form of a photograph in our mind. When you think about the past, you bring out that memory photograph in front of your mind and thinking about as if it is existing now, even though it is not really existing in front of you now. Even though it is not existing now because of the memory, because of the photographic memory. Looking at that memory, you thinking about that now, like somebody having a picture. My mother suppose died 20 years ago. But when I see her picture, I am seeing her inside the picture as if she is living there, even though that it is just a piece of paper. That is called mythical thinking. Myth thinking. That is also wrong. Now thinking about the present. Yes. The present is always present. The present is always present. That's what we are doing right now. When we think about what is present right now, that is only a true thinking. This is not a false thinking. It is not a mythical thinking. It is the true thinking, what we think right now. As I speak and I think right now, this is a true thinking. As you are listening right now, it is a real present thinking. That means you are really thinking what you are supposed to think at this time. That means by thinking about the future which does not exist exact at all, by thinking about the future which does not exist at all in this present moment, we are killing the present moment, giving this present moment everything to about the future which does not exist. Or we are always thinking about the past which does not appear to exist, but it does not exist. But we are giving all the present time thinking about the past, and you are killing the present time. But by giving the time that we have right now to the present and the future, you are completely killing the present time. That means, what does it mean? By thinking about the past or future, you are killing the present time. That means you are just living, but you are really dead. That means we are all dead while living if we continue the habit of thinking about the past and the future. If you want to really live, and if you want to live all the time that you are living, you have to concentrate your thinking about the present. Now also, few more things why you should concentrate on the present. There are two psychological diseases that is affecting the whole universe, the world as a pandemic. Those two are the depression, stress, and the anxiety. What is the depression? Depression is nothing but thought about the past. Something he wanted to happen in the past. It did not happen. That you went to depressed. Somebody's husband, she wanted to live for him forever, died, and she went into depression, thinking about whatever happened during their wedded life in the past, and she went into depression. That means thinking about the past, we all go into depression. Depression is nothing but false thinking about the past. Stress, anxiety, something you want to happen in the future. You are afraid of whether you will happen or not, whether something which don't want may happen. That means thinking about the future creates the stress and the fear and the anxiety. So the stress and anxiety and the depression are the pandemic psychiatric issues in this old world because of this faulty past and future thinking and inability to thinking about the present. Some people will always think about both and past at the same time. Those are nothing people who have a bipolar disorder. So if you want to bring out this world out of this depression and about this anxiety and stress, we have to cultivate the habit of thinking in the present. Now, how do we do this? How do we do this? How we will cultivate the habit of conscious thinking, conscious living. But it's good you put the name conscious thinking, you put the name conscious living. How do we live it? First, we explained how we live, and next after explained how we live is wrong way of living. Then how to live is what is the thinking about the present, not thinking about the past or future, right way of living. And how we do that, now I am going to talk. What are when we live, Or we can say, sit down and do meditate. Is that enough? You live for 24 hours a day. But you can live and sit and do meditate for an hour a day. What about the 23 hours? So we have to live a whole day about the present. How we do that? How you do? What are the three things that you do in life? You always think, you always talk, and you always work. Manasa, vacha, karmana. That means when you think, you meditate on your thought. This is called thoughtful meditation. Always concentrate on your thought, what you are currently thinking. This is nothing but how to practice it, how to start it. Our Patriji told us, anapanasati. Concentrate on your breath first. This is the starting point, but this is not the ending point. This is the starting point. First, concentrate on your thought of breathing. So think about what, always concentrate what you are thinking, mindfulness about your thinking. That is the first doing the thought meditation, is the first step to get into the conscious living. Next, what we do, when we think, we talk. After we think, we talk. The next step is the talking meditation, vocal meditation, oral meditation. That means conscious about what you talk. Talk only when you need. Talk only what you need. Don't make an unnecessary talk. For example, if we record our talk for the 24 hours a day on a tape recorder, and if you replay the next day how much you talk and what you talk, almost 90% of the talk is a wasteful talk. So mindfulness about the talk, and that is nothing but talking meditation. What is meditation? Be on the thought of what you do. That's what thoughtful meditation. That is called as talking meditation. So because of this lack of consciousness in your talking, somebody scolds his son of a donkey. That means he doesn't know what he's talking. He is not conscious of what he is talking. If he is conscious about what he is talking, he does not say his son is son of a donkey because he is making himself a donkey. That means conscious about what you talk about your words. This is called as talking meditation. First one is thinking meditation. Next two is talking meditation. Number three is called as action meditation, work meditation. Whatever you work, concentrate on your work. Karma, concentrate on your work. Karmanyeva adhikara haste. Don't think about the result. Result comes in the future, but don't think about the result. Concentrate on your work. Meditate on your work. Increase the efficiency on your work. This is how you live. Concentrate on your work. This is called as the action meditation. If you live your thought meditation, if you live your word meditation, if you live your action meditation, that's what we do during the whole life, during the whole day. The whole day will become a meditation day for you. So make you live all the present. Now, the fourth meditation is coming. After you practice this, you will become a spiritual being. Then when you come to a stage closer to the spiritual realization, then you make yourself, once you retire or whatever, make your meditation consciousness meditation. Just sit down, thinking about your consciousness. Don't think about any thought. No thoughts, no talks, no work. Just direct your attention back to on your consciousness and divert your mind to the consciousness that becomes a consciousness that will make you self-realized, and your mind and consciousness becomes one. How it becomes one? Because consciousness is like a sun. Mind is like a cloud. When the consciousness wants to shine on yourself, the cloud of thoughts are obstructing for the shining of the consciousness fall outside you. But when this thick cloud of thought cloud is obstructing that, when you clear that thought cloud and make it lighter and lighter and lighter, more light of the consciousness will shine through you. Then when it becomes clean, this mind becomes so clean and it trees towards the consciousness, and consciousness and the mind becomes one. Then this consciousness will start thinking for you and make the things work for you. That's the difference between the consciousness and the mind. Last one more word. We have had two kinds of thinking: quantitative living and qualitative living. Quantitative living is nothing but the quantity of how many years we live from the birth to the death. One may live for 90 years. One may live for 100 years. This is called as quantitative living. And there is one more thing as called as qualitative living. The definition of the qualitative living is how much percentage of your lifetime years, how much percentage of your life will be spent thinking, walking, talking, and acting about the present. That is the real qualitative living. So if we think about quantitative living, we may live for 100 years. But when we think about qualitative living, we live only few years. So what we have to do is we have to increase your qualitative living by being present, thinking about present, talking about present, acting about present, doing meditation always by conscious living. We can equalize quantitative living and qualitative living, bringing very close. I think by doing this, we can certainly achieve what we live. This is, I think we are 2 minutes over. And this is briefly about the conscious living that I wanted to talk. Sorry, I took 2 minutes more.